Mr. Wright, are trials always like this with you? Like you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake and about to reach the surface, but no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there?
Pretty much. Except today we're swimming in quicksand. What happened to your sister anyway?
Apparently she got called off to the judge's chambers.
Probably something to do with that piece of cloth.
So, this is where we turn this trial around, right? Our only weapon, a tiny, insignificant piece of cloth.
I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth.
Hola, partner. They say when you show a red cloth to a bull, it'll fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was a youngin' at least.
Officer Marshall!
Thought I'd come take a look-see at how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They've got the place locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory.
What is going on over there anyway? All the police I've seen these last 2 days have been really on edge.
Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You could be worrying about the chief prospector's taste in mufflers, for example.
Officer Marshall? The whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf.
You don't say. Now don't that just beat all? I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a time. I saw it that day too. She was definitely wearing a red muffler.
What?
At the award ceremony that afternoon. Edgeworth seen it too, I'd reckon.
What does that mean? A photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf.
So, Miss Starr wasn't mistaken.
Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns, and sometimes you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell.
I have a bad feeling about this.
So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright?
If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Ooh-wee!
I'd like to resume.
What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution.
Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue, your lips are purple, you're sweating bullets. That furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. What's more, your eyes are unfocused. You're doubled over. Your back is bent.
It can't be. This can't happen.
I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth.
Well then, I believe it's time we continued on this trial. During our recess, I'd requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation into the matter of...
This is unacceptable!
It seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself.
Ah, excuse me? Knock, knock.
Who's there?
What's with this guy? A strange, stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom.
Hey! The temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in.
Who on earth is he?
Ah, it's you!
Oh, sorry I'm late, Ajit. The roads were packed. It's just me. Long time no see, eh, Ajit? How you been? Swim much these days?
Hello. No, I've just been so busy.
Busy, smizzy, Ajit, my boy. You have to make time to relax.
Yes, indeed.
Pudgy seems to be his nickname for the judge.
I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. Sorry, but who are you?
Aha! So you're Righto, the attorney. I've heard good things about you, son.
Hey? Thanks.
So sorry about our little worry giving you all that trouble, eh? You know, we should all go swimming together someday. Jolly.
Little worthy?
Mr. Wright, you don't know the district chief of police? He's the top-ranking officer in the entire district.
Name's Gant, Damon Gant. Pleased to meet you, everyone.
To what do we owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it?
Well, it's Worthy here. Look at the poor fellow. Well, I just thought I'd help out by bringing this.
My sister's muffler.
So Miss Starr wasn't just seeing things. When the crime occurred, Miss Skye really was wearing that muffler.
But to think that it was stuffed into that exhaust pipe on little Worthy's car, no less. It's really quite embarrassing, even for us.
What's this?
It's what you'd call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this.
Objection! Chief, what kind of outfit are you running?
Mr. Edgeworth.
How could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job?
Now wait a minute, Worthy.
I have no desire to hear your excuses.
I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me? Have we look at this document where it says, person in charge of investigation. Now there's no mistaking that signature. Miles Edgeworth.
That's no fair. The day of the crime, I had...
Your head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel, but you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology.
What? Are you serious?
Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up the mess that you made.
This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words.
This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. The court accepts this new evidence, but I'd like to ask the defense for a favor first.
Yes?
Just to be sure, I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife.
The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not.
Could you open it up for me, I wonder?
Yes, well, I think all you have to do is push that switch and...
If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I won't be able to pound my gavel anymore.
Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I wouldn't be able to point it at people anymore.
Come on! Just hurry up and open it!
Okay, fine. I guess we'll handle it, Your Honor.
There's a small tag on this knife.
It seems to say SL92.
What does that mean?
Well, sounds like a case designation, like DO6.
I get the feeling I've seen this somewhere before. Letters like this, or letters that looked a lot like it somehow. Don't just open the knife and scare me like that!
I'm the one who's scared!
Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken off.
And this dark red stain. Blood?
This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself.
I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us about the split between the prosecutors and the police and this knife?
Sure thing. Not a problem. Not even a little one. Really. This knife is special. But I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. The detective was killed at the police department, see? What a mess. The time of the crime was 5:15 p.m. Scary coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked to this case, so I can't talk much about it.
There was a murder at the police department? A detective?
That's hush-hush information, Ajay. We haven't exactly announced it yet.
Objection! Wait a second. You said 5:15 p.m. That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office.
Order!
Anyway, we at the department were all a-flustered, as you might well imagine. We're in the middle of a top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay?
I think we understand the police department situation.
2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places.
The chances of that are really slim. Scientifically speaking, of course.
Your Honor, I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness.
Very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand.
Yes, Your Honor. Excuse me, sir, but how is the knife special?
It's hard to come by this particular knife anywhere else.
Might that special thing be this little tag?
Oh, sorry, Righto, but I can't say that now. Not that.
That designation looks familiar. But why? Wait. Could it be?
If there's nothing else, I suppose I'll be on my way.
Objection! Wait a second!
Ah, at last! An honest-to-goodness objection!
This knife. This has to have something to do with Detective Goodman.
What do you mean?
An honest-to-goodness, what do you mean from the judge? Oh, this is great.
Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL-92.
And this is important, why?
Over here, we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim.
What's this? 6 minus 7 as 12-2.
Your Honor, it's upside down. The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn it around and what do you get? When he wrote this note, he was holding the paper upside down.
SL9. That's the same thing that's written on the knife's tag. Order! Well, Chief?
Well, I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, Righto.
I win? What game is this guy playing?
The knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room.
This knife was stolen?
Yes, on the day of the murder.
It was evidence, you say? Was it in fact a murder weapon?
Nice. Good show, little Worthy. It was a murder weapon, as it happens. It was evidence from a case long since solved.
So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder, and it was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car.
Hard to think there isn't a connection there.
So you're telling us that on the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, that another detective was killed at the police department?
That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Ajay?
I'm at a loss for words.
And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect?
Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, Wright?
I suppose I could help. If you help me by giving me data on your case?
Oh, good one. This kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only.
Alright, where was the victim found?
Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say that the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department.
The evidence room?
The evidence room. Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now?
There's a connection between these two cases. With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get Chief Gant to testify about the details. We just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. Chief, the defense's position is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven.
You don't say! Well, out with it, Righto. What's your connection?
The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room.
Not to mention the victim had written down the numbers on the knife's evidence tag.
And we also know that the detective murdered at the police station was killed in that very same evidence room.
Indeed. There do seem to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence.
You two make a good pair. It took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right here.
Chief, I request that you release your information on the victim at the police department.
See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet and all.
Can we get that information unofficially?
Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all.
What? Really?
I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim at the department, okay?
If you're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything?
Well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly.
Oh well, I guess I might as well try to get what I can out of him. Okay, well, what division was the victim stationed in?
Oh, you want to know that, do ya? Do ya? Criminal Affairs, Division 1. The detectives responsible for homicide cases.
Homicide? That would be the same division as Detective Gumshoe.
Detective Goodman, who was killed in the underground parking lot, was homicide too.
Seems like a bizarre coincidence. I wonder... No, it couldn't. Chief, could you tell me the victim's ID number?
Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that.
Of course not. You won't tell me their name after all.
We keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't go getting your hopes up. The number is 584-2189.
Well, that's quite long.
And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts.
82... I can't do it. Well, Mr. Wright, has this cross-examination yielded any pertinent information?
The ID number of the victim at the police department. 5842189. I knew it! Witness!
What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night.
No, it's just... I got confused.
And this is news?
Huh?
Just come out with both guns blazing, like you always do.
Well, I actually happen to have a police ID number here.
Oh, is it yours?
No, Your Honor. I'm a defense attorney, remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman.
Shame on you, Righto. Personnel ID is a top secret.
Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189.
And this means what exactly? Wait, that ID number we just heard from the chief, that started with 82. No, I've forgotten.
You even got the first number wrong. The number the chief of police gave us was also 5842189.
Wait a second, Wright. What does this
mean? That's what I want to know. The two ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman.
Oh, sharp as a tack, Righto. Sharp as a tack.
But wait. Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot.
Yet a Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department, in the evidence room, at the exact same time!
Objection! That's impossible. So what we're saying is that the same person was killed at the same time, and in a completely different location?
Order, order, order! Chief, what does this mean?
Objection! No, what I want to know is why I didn't hear about this. Yes, it's top secret, fine. But I'm the prosecutor in charge of this case.
Now, just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered.
Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case.
Wait. I said, wait. Or didn't you hear me?
Huh?
The oversight. The grave error, Mr. Edgeworth. They're yours.
What? How dare...
We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news.
Officer Meekins? You don't mean him?
According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe.
But your officer, he told me. He said that the report had nothing to do with the Lana Skye incident.
Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on the top of the report.
Gah! Why didn't your officer tell me?
Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. He did seem challenged.
In any case, this is a serious error. A gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy.
Objection! But sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then I would have...
No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say, unworthy.
What?
Now, what was the second rule of evidence law,
Well, Mr. Wright?
Huh? Oh, well, it's,
Rule 2. New evidence may only be submitted if it concerns the case on trial. And how is this relevant?
Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list.
So, what does this mean?
Well, I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. That connection was just proven by Wright over here. Good job, Wright-o, my boy.
huh? I was just doing my job.
No! No!
It seems we have come to the end of this trial.
You are becoming a thorn in my side, Worthy. There have been rumours, and after all, you were in the defendant's chair just last year.
I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened if it's the last thing I do.
You'd better get results this time. Really.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth.
I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. We will grant one further day as the prosecution has requested. Will this be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. Very well. Court is adjourned.